Welcome back everybody to another Let's Play in a Manly Way, and today we're Manly Steve. Yes, I have finished my move. It was finished a little while ago actually, and Guy doesn't have internet, so we're playing as Steve and not Reciteer today, so that's that. As you can see, I've been spending more prep time than anything because of lack of internet. I didn't want to get too far ahead in episodes. So you can see I just totally terraformed that and trying to get more of a shape of the dock, the port, everything here. Figured the dock would probably be best coming out overlapping on top of this. Probably will work out a little bit. Left the inside clearly not finished and ready to go. Not sure about the dock coming out this side either. Might extend it, might not. We'll find out. And I've totally terraformed all of this away too. This used to be the river going right along there, and I just decided to cut it all back and let the water take over. Just wanted to clean it up a little bit and wanted to make sure there was some sort of setup to prevent mobs from coming from the other side and just overwhelming the area. I just wanted to make an isolated area to start lighting and have a little control in this place and have villagers run around freely with everything lit. Did a lot of cleanup and a lot of resource gathering, like I mentioned. Got rid of a lot of the grass so we can bone meal it later and get it under control. These guys, I don't know what the deal was. I've sent them, well, I brought them from over there where I was pulling all the land away. I brought them over here about 5 or 6 times before I said, screw it, I'm making an area just for them. And keeping them under control. This was more terraforming, of course, and I have to show you the finalized part of the bar. We're going to have mobs coming around. I think I've lit up everything in this area, not sure yet. And this looks like this now. This is how I've managed to set it up. It's about the closest I could pull off without it looking a little weird. And yes, our lovely little DJ area. I just wanted to throw them there out of the way and have them ready. What the heck? Oh yeah, zombies still showing up? Really? I didn't figure. Oh yeah, I suppose they can get through there. I'm surprised an Enderman hasn't taken a piece out of this. This has been quite some time since I've done an episode. Like I said, don't want to get too far ahead, and just wanted to spend more time doing prep than anything, and maybe some off-camera work, as you can see with the water break there. Let's clear this nastiness away so we don't have any of that stuff surprisingly spawning on us. I don't know exactly what to do with the next project. Not 100% sure. And yes, I finally replaced those. They disappeared at one point, but now I put them back. I do want to have a garden and an actual farm area, but I do not want to have a farm area that looks like a farm area. I mean, we're trying to make a town here, so I want to kind of have that out of the way. But if it's way out of the way, it's not in loaded chunks and we're not going to have that stuff growing. So the idea I wanted was, as you can see, a little far down and have this gigantic underground area ready. Little ease there. Figured that would work. It's a little closer to everything at that point, and I just figured just keep going down further and further. So that's most of the updates, other than a ridiculous amount of resource gathering because I was low on everything. So yeah, ready to go with dirt. It's a little better off, and cobble's almost to the point where I want to do a project with it. And wood, I finally decided to just go and do a whole ton of it. So that's a lot better now. Strangely enough, the dogs don't react to Steve anymore. It's a different Steve, a Steve from an earlier update. So yeah, those dogs are done for. They're staying wherever they're at, and that's about it. So pending projects are getting the dock done, the beach done, and the house up there done, and that garden area, and then filling this out, because I want to start getting this full, and now that I've set the boundaries, get this filled out and start going that way. So I'm thinking, I don't know, probably start around here and get this started a little bit. I think I should have enough stone to decorate this out a little bit over here. So I'll get myself gathered together here and be right back with you. Okay, welcome back everyone. I got myself a little bit together with some stone, just some base stone and a crafting bench. We can work with it a little bit. So the two ideas were the dock this way and the dock this way. How far they go out? Enough to make them pronounced as docks. That's really all that's necessary. Okay, welcome back everybody. Not sure, but I think I'm going to cut out a little section here. Sorry about that. Yes, I've got the floorboards set down here and kind of the direction of the dock. There was a little snippet that I checked out, the reverb on my voice. I don't know where it came from, but it was kind of annoying. I was trying to figure out if I could find any way to deal with it, but it doesn't look like it. So, long story short, it was me figuring out which pattern to lay down, and then saying a jump cut to basically this point. So sorry. These things happen, I guess. Lovely little technical difficulties. So, this is basically where I came across the point where I wanted to place everything, because everything was an oddball number at this point. There's also an oddball number over at this point, but I just decided to correct it. As you can see, the lights are no longer showing. So, just as a quick fix, I've been setting a wall. There's actually no lights anywhere else. So those will come in time. But for now, figured this is the right spot for the dock. And this is basically all I've been doing, is setting this up. How far we want to go out? Well, let's figure that out now. Do we want stairs there? Do we want more materials ready on hand? Do we want to not fall into a hole? Oh, a little further. And where are we sitting? Definitely not enough. Thinking, what, 15 blocks? 10, 15 blocks? And then we're good to go. Okay, got this part done up to here. I wanted to get the pillars, which I'm going to make out of this. Just stone brick. Get them right there. And then up to like that. Now for each pillar, I would like to add an anvil as one the boat ties, which the name escapes me too right now, but there we are. Yeah, that actually probably looks a little better with that. Yeah. How's it look from away? Yeah, that looks fine. Not too many of them, just a couple. So every time we have a pillar, so what are we looking at? Right about here. Not too many, not to mention the fact that it costs a ridiculous amount of iron to do this for decoration purposes alone. So now what if we were to set it one under? Let's check one under. Did I get that in? Yeah, I got it. Something like that. Keep going and see how that looks. No. There we go. So this is just so that we don't have stuff floating a half block in midair. Okay. So a couple things here. Good enough. Couple more. One there. And a chest right here. Oops. Alright everyone. It's generally what it looks like from back here. Of course there was more sound issues, so that's just something you gotta live with, and this was kind of lost in the footage. I just scrapped the whole thing because it sounded terrible. And then I looked at this and thought, well, we need to fill out this area. I thought, why not make a little storage area, just a little warehouse. I'm thinking something open facing, you can walk right in from any point, and we can work with it from there. Maybe even just leave those there. Yeah, we can leave those there and then make more here. Okay. The anvils worked out one under, I feel, and simplest form possible. It seemed to work. I had all kinds of different things, stairs and such. Alright, I'll get set up for this area, right here. Okay. Okay, I've laid down a floor plan, a basic shape. I was thinking at first having it going right along here, then I thought an L shape, and then I finalized on a T shape. And not sure how the dimensions are going to work or how it's going to function right here. But I was thinking just the spruce pillars. So we'll just set down a couple right here and see how it starts out. And not bad. And what we're going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like, let's make it really far apart. Yeah. Well, I mentioned to my roommate my sound issues and how I wasn't too pleased with them, and he said he has somewhere packed away a condenser mic that he's not using at all. So that sounds really nice, and I'll try and see if I can get that working on here. That would sound wonderful. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It was 9. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whatever. Okay, so we're going to have weird numbers. I know that pillar's not even right. Is that going to look weird? No. It's so far apart, it's not going to make a big difference. And I'm going to have them close right here anyway. Get 4. Good. Do I have more on me? I don't have more on me. Oh well. So I'm thinking, yeah, this probably completely open, and we'll fill in the walls with storage items. You know, we'll fill it in with all of those. We'll probably have a few of those floating around. Jack-o'-lanterns. They will do well for random things. And the hay bales. I wanted to test those out. See how one of those functions. Oh yeah, that fits in our crate theme. So. Yeah, okay. No! Yeah, jack-o'-lanterns will do very well for cheap lighting in this. And we'll have a few more. Okay, so we hold nuclear items as well, from the looks of that. Okay. Oh yeah, that'll work well. Get some chests down here. Chests. Glad I got all that wood. It's definitely necessary. Oh yeah, that'll do fine. And build up the wall like that, and have a few of them kicking out. Not those, yeah. And yeah, we're not hiding too much there. Oh yeah, that'll do fine. And then a roof. Was just thinking a pitched roof. Maybe, yeah, just a little pitched roof, hollow on the inside. Make it look a little larger when you're in here. And that should fill out that. So I'm gonna fire up the pitched roof and the rest of the pillars, and probably throw a few more of those in here. Yeah, this is an episode of getting a lot of things out of the way. You know, I want to get all of this area filled out in this episode, so a lot of little jumps. Alright, here it is. Lovely little storage area. Except it's not little. It's a whole lot of stuff. Also, I threw in some watermelons. They kind of work here and there just fine with the rest of it. Themed out well. This seems to work out fine. We'll have to work on this here and, you know, all the middle here. That's no big deal. Now, I knew there was lighting issues all along here, so I put some lights along here, but obviously they're obvious, so cauldron lighting, garbage can, there you go. When it rains, it's no longer a garbage can, but hey, it's represented well. There's a switch under here for one of the lights, so I just went with that instead. And there we go. We have a bunch of garbage cans along here. And that lights it all up, or it should. I should probably bone meal or throw some grass in the way. Just trying to make some invisible lighting. And a lot of the lighting, where this is so far apart, a lot of the lighting is actually coming from jack-o'-lanterns in there. And that brightens up the whole area. So, that's sort of the next part of that done. I did that mostly because the light here was just fused and it didn't look quite right. So I'll figure out a way to fit that in. Okay, that's that, and on to whatever's next, which I have no idea. Yeah, we got to fill out that and this, so that's whatever's next. Okay. I don't know. I don't think there's any saving these guys. They're lemmings. Yeah. I'm going to definitely lose him. Thinks there's a way up. Fine. Okay, I came up with an idea for what to fill this out with. Unfortunately, I think that will take an entire episode on its own. I want to make a really, really big building, class it as our customs building, because government buildings are always nicer than everything around it. It looks out of place. But yeah. And yes, these guys are lemmings. I've lost 2 already. They've already dropped in. So this will be a building specifically for them, lots of doors and safe places to go. And this guy, at least I can drag him out. But yeah, I've lost 2. And it's a little bit annoying. So I'm going to just wrap this up for now and try and plan this out. This is going to be a pretty big building. And this is supposed to be what's safe for them. So we'll go with that. But yeah, I filled out some of the roadway to kind of judge the space. So I wanted to kind of overlap here, kind of have a floating tunnel to a secondary part here. So one part of the building here, and then the rest of the building all along this stretch here with, I'm thinking, a tunnel from about here or coming out here, going straight out that way. So that's the idea, and we'll pick that up next episode. Alright, see you guys then.